Hey there, what's up, everybody? And we have the end of the season here for you today. We are playing in Yantai against Yantai. They are the worst team in the league. I don't know who drew up the schedule, but for whatever reason, we end up playing the worst team at the league at the very end of the season. We've gone, as you may already know, undefeated this season. We have 135 points out of 45 games played, goal differential of 215. There's just nobody here at this match. I mean, this is crazy. Now, if this were real life, you would see more Yanbian fans go down for this. The distance between Yanbian and Yantai is not really that far. Going down to Yantai from Yenji would be like, I don't know, like maybe an hour and a half plane ride, something like that. But, this isn't real life. This is the game, so we just take it as it is. And we should be able to win this one pretty easily. There's Juan David Torres back in there, and it's been a little while since he's had a start. He was injured for most of the second half of the season, but looks like he's back and ready to roll. And here's Lee Jin-young up to Jubin, actually to Rovaglia, and he takes a shot from range. Pietro probably should have thought about passing that, but it's not really going to matter here too much in the end. We get Lee Jin-young with the corner. And he steps back and then delivers, and looking for Shi Jiayang, can't quite find him. It is headed over to Torres, who gets his head on it afterwards and has at least a shot on goal that is saved by Fu Jianhao. And so there's no score so far. Yanquan with the throw-in over to Lee Jin-young, back to Yanquan, over to Shi Jiayang. And Shi Jiayang takes it up slowly. Now over to Lee Jin-young, back up top to Yanquan. And over to Lee Jin-young again. We're kind of taking our time here a little bit. Lee Jin-young finally penetrates over to Koldulzik, over to Muanta, over to Jubin, and Jubin has his 7th goal of the season. And that happened so quickly, I had a hard time keeping up with that, man. I mean, Jubin does his little jig here. And we probably need to teach him some new dance moves. Lee Jin-young with a great pass over to Kolunzik, over to Rovaglia, who had the little tap over to Muanta. And Sufanat really could have shot that himself, honestly, but he did the unselfish thing, passed it over to the kid, and Jubin has his 7th goal of the season. And we are up 1-0. And here's Howland with the throw-in over to Jubin, and then the kick over looking for, I think, Rovaglia. Goes back to Shi Jiayang and now to Jonovic, over to Kolunzik, and he just misses scoring there. He was offside anyway. Kolunzik is a fairly good player. I'm not sure that he's really the long-term solution there, though, on that right side. We probably should be starting Delphi there, I think. Lee Jin-young now over and looking for Rovaglia, and Fu Jianhao is able to jump up and grab that one out of the sky before it gets even close to Pietro's head. And it remains 1-0 Yanbian, and Haaland is able to easily intercept that pass. Back over to Torres now. Torres looks forward over to Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young in the captain's seat over to Rovaglia. Gets it back now to Yanquan on the side. And Yanquan takes a shot from range that's a little bit out. So we have Yanquan here starting at the left fullback position. Not really a familiar position for him. We do have a bit of an injury crisis. Lee Jin-young goes back to take this corner. And he goes forward. It's not just an injury crisis, so we're worried about that Chinese FA Cup final. And Lee Jin-young gets his 2nd goal of the season, and that was a little surprising. Not really much of a shot by him. He sort of passed that one over to the far post, and it went straight in. So we'll take another look at this one. I don't know if this counts as an actual goal from a set piece or not. Lee Jin-young takes this up kind of calmly, takes it up himself, nobody's on him, and then decides, well, I'll just pass it straight back to the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Yanbian FC just like that. And he scored that goal like he was scoring those all season. That's only his 2nd goal so far this season. The pass is intercepted by Shi Jiayang, and here's Yanquan over to Lee Jin-young, back to Yanquan, over to Shi Jiayang again, now down to Jonovic. Jonovic finds Lee Jin-young over to Jubin, left side. Jubin back to Yanquan. Yanquan, the overlapping fullback. And he pulls it down forward, looking for Jonovic, can't find him, and it's Shi Jiayang there to clean up the mess. Shi Jiayang now passes it back to Torres, and Torres will reset things. Torres over to Jonovic. Jonovic looks forward, finds Kolunzik. He's going to pass forward to Muanta, and that is goal number 3, and that is onside. And it's 3-0 Yanbian FC. And we are playing together very, very well as a team. And I don't really care what the cohesion statistics say when we look at that on the main page. This is good team cohesion. I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot. Beautiful pass by Kolunzik and a beautiful shot by Muanta. And that was always going to be a goal. And it's 3-0 Yanbian FC. A lot of unselfish play, a lot of passing, a lot of good shots right from in front of the mouth of the goal. Kolunzik now forward to Rovaglia, and there's the pass over to Muanta, and he's going to score again. Now he blasts that one over the top of the goal. I don't know how he missed that one. I mean, this is he is wide open right here, and he has all day long. His defender is far behind him, and the goalkeeper's out of position. I mean, We need to teach him probably how to move past the goalkeeper in those situations so that he can score that empty net. At any rate, it's still 3-0 Yanbian FC, and here's Jubin with the free kick, and he looks for Rovaglia, can't quite find him. It's Tai Jianfeng who takes it down, and he's dispossessed by Kolundzic, and he in turn is dispossessed. It's back to Howland now. Holland takes it up himself, and then he knocks it forward to Rovaglia for the header, and that one is just plucked out of the sky by Fu Jianhao, and we will keep going forward. Here's Kolundzic now with the free kick. And I think, it's out of play for a goal kick, so the goaltender did not get a hand onto that one. That one sort of rose and rose and rose. It looked like that one was going to rise straight out of the stadium. Lee Jin-yong now with the corner. Knocks it forward for Torres, and it's actually Xu Jian coming blazing in from the corner there, who almost had a header on goal. Here's Lee Jin-yong taking another one, and you can see that momentum going forward, and instead it's Torres. I don't know how that one stayed out. Mwanta gets it back and over to Kolundzic, who knocks that one into the 10th row. I don't know how that one stayed out. That was a little bit of sort of football manager physics magic, I think, because that one was destined to go in, and the goalkeeper somehow got to that twice, I think. I'm not sure. That was a little bit odd. Lee Jin-yong taking this corner as well. And looking for Xu Jian, can't quite find him. It's over to Kolundzic now, and he goes back to Lee Jin-yong, over to Torres. Torres over to Rovaglia, and that's sort of a wasted shot. And that wasn't really going to trouble anybody at all. And so it is, and we keep on going in this one. Torres now grabs it over to Rovaglia, back to Mwanta now. And he looks forward for Jubin. Exploratory pass is poorly played by the defender, who passes it back to Jubin. He takes a shot, gets it in their near post. I don't know what the goaltender was trying to do. I don't know what the defender was trying to do. This is a ridiculous play by Yantai, and this is the reason why they're so far down. I mean, so the pass is a good one. Liang Feng gets to it, and he, instead of like kicking it out into the stratosphere, he kind of tees up Jubin, who scores the easy goal in the near corner. Or in the near post, and it's 4-0 Yanbian FC. And here's Kolundzic with another free kick, and Lee Jin-yong looking for the header on that one, not quite able to get to it. Jonovic needs to be careful. He's already got a yellow card. And it goes finally back to Howland, and that's a ridiculous pass looking for Mwanta. It somehow ends up staying in. I'm not sure why the defender didn't allow that one to go out. Lee Jin-yong now over to Jonovic, looking for Jubin again, looking on a hat trick there, and Howland takes a shot from range that almost goes in. And, we're just peppering them with shots left and right. This is absolutely ridiculous. We have 25 shots in the first half, 10 on target. And, this is really not fair. Okay, we're going to take Jonovic out because and he really shouldn't be playing in that position. We're going to take him out. I think we're going to let Mr. Kwon come in there probably for, I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. This will probably be Jonovic's final appearance for us, assuming that we find somebody to take him off of our hands. And I know, and I noticed, if you know this, if you've been watching already, Elias Dale Haaland is back playing right back. Last time I had him there, I said I'd never have him play there again, and he's back. So I went back on my word, but we need somebody to play there, and I didn't really want to put Jonovic back there. There are a couple of these players who I'm kind of trying to stay away from playing too much because I kind of know what happens when we put him out there. Haaland now to Mwanta, back to Haaland. And he knocks that one forward, looking for somebody, doesn't find them, and then it's back to Jubin, who says, well, I'll take a shot, might as well, and that one ends up going over the net. Jubin's still looking for that hat trick. And the goalkeeper knocks it back. Torres grabs over to Rovaglia, to Mwanta, now to Kolundzic. Kolundzic looks forward, and it ends up back with him somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that happens, but Andrea takes care of that one, scores the goal, 5-0 Yanbian FC. That was a little bit strange. I mean, this is a total fast break. This looks like something out of the old Showtime Lakers, man. You got 3 guys running, 4 guys actually there on the side. It ends up back with Kolundzic, and he says, okay, fine, I'll just do it myself if no one else wants to shoot. And he shoots and scores the goal, and it's 5-0, just like that. And that's the sort of offense that this is. And we're about to win the ball back. We do. Torres wins it back over to Rovaglia, up to Kolundzic. Kolundzic looks for him, finds Mwanta. I think he's onside, maybe. And he is dispossessed in the end. He looked like he was a little concerned about whether he was offside or not. And it's Mr. Kwon who kind of pops that one up. Rovaglia looking for the header. Can't quite get around onto that. These boys are just sort of playing around right now. It's knocked back. Torres hits that back as hard as he can with his foot. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. He may have forgotten a few things about the tactic while he was out on injury. And now we'll wait for them to pass the ball forward. They do, and we're able to get hold of it again. Liu Shaoziyan grabs it, Liu Xiaoziyang hasn't been in goal for a little while for us because we've been starting Li Changyi lately. He's backing it for this game, and he's going to play tomorrow's match as well. Here's Haaland, and he knocks it forward to Muanta. Muanta is fouled in the penalty area. Of course, Jubin is going to take the free kick, the penalty likely, and it is a yellow card for Zhu Wenhua. I don't know about that call. Jubin scores it. He gets his hat trick, and that's that. I don't know about that call. It's always hard to tell in a Football Manager, but I hate seeing these penalties where everybody's kind of running forward and standing up. It wasn't much of an argument, though, so I guess it was a penalty in the end. I don't know. And we never see a replay of the actual incident. It's only a replay of the penalty kick itself. I mean, like anybody really cares to see that unless it's saved. And usually it's not. Yan Kun gets back onto it over to Shi Jiayang, over to Kwon Hyo-kyu. Mr. Kwon takes it forward, looking for Kolunzik and finds him. Kolunzik now looks for a crossing pass, finds one to Jubin. That's number 4 for Jubin. Man, I tell you, this kid, 16 years old, isn't it amazing? Don't you love these new gens? And I know that this is FM23. I know what the whole thing that everybody talks about it. Oh, you know, the new gens don't develop right and all this stuff. This kid is developed correctly, man. I'll tell you that. This is a new gen. This is a brand new kid. This is a kid who's local. We didn't buy him from anyone. I found him in the under-19s, and he's been amazing. 4 goals in this one, 7-0 Yanbian FC. He is the wave of the future here for Yanbian FC, and he's only going to get better. Yan Kun now with the throw over to Lee Jin-yong. Lee Jin-yong finds Kwon Hyo-kyu over back into Shi Jiayang. Shi Jiayang takes it forward slowly over to Lee Jin-yong. Lee Jin-yong now over to Yan Kun. Yan Kun back to Shi Jiayang and over to Lee Jin-yong again. Shi Jiayang and Yan Kun really should have moved that one forward. He's playing a little bit out of position, by the way. Torres now over to Kwon Hyo-kyu, over to Kolunzik, over to Muanta. There we go. Over to Kolunzik and now to Rovaglia. And how did Pietro miss that one? That was called back for offsides, but I mean, you got to put it into the goal anyway, right? I don't care if the flag's up or not. Just finish. There was nothing on that finish. Yan Kun now takes a shot from range, and I mean, might as well. I think he scored a goal maybe a week or so ago in real time, in real lifetime. So I don't know. Maybe he will score one of those from range. I guess we'll see. We've been playing almost a perfect game other than that yellow card from Jonovic. I mean, we've been just playing absolutely outstandingly in this one. Haaland now moves it back laterally over to Kolunzik, and his header hits the bar, and that's that. That was a great pass from Haaland. Not exactly a great finish there, though, from Kolunzik, but it's all right. We can forgive him. And we win the ball in midfield again, over to Haaland, over to Muanta, and he scores. And how many goals is that? That's 2 in this game, 14 in the season for Muanta. And he's going to be hoping that he can get a hat trick as well. 8-0 Yanbian FC. We still have time for a couple more if we really want it. And this is going to help that goal differential, don't you think? Dale Haaland knocked that one forward to Muanta, and he had his man beat. And there's just nothing the goaltender could do about that. And I mean, that's the sort of game it's been. That's the sort of season it's been. If you've been watching us and all of our matches, you know that this is something that happens pretty much every single day. And we hope that this happens tomorrow in the big match against Shenzhen FC. That's going to be a lot harder than this one. We haven't given up a shot on goal in this one. We have simply held on to the ball the whole time. There's a pass looking forward for Rovaglia. Finds him. Rovaglia takes it forward a little bit over to Jubin. Jubin looking for number 5. And who was that? Was that Muanta running up there trying to get the header? I'm guessing it was actually probably Rovaglia. Somehow we get a free kick right away, and we unfortunately end up missing that. That was Jubin looking for the shot. This one's going to end up 8-0 Yanbian FC. That will be the end of that, and that will be the end of our season. And thank you for joining us here for this season as we have won the Chinese 2nd Division North. We'll be back again, like I said, tomorrow, and there's Yintai walking up the field, sadly. We'll be back again tomorrow for the final of the Chinese FA Cup. That's going to be a real huge match. I don't know if we're going to win or not. That might be the first official match we've lost all season, and we're going to follow that one up right away with the first match of next season. That's right. We're going to do this transfer, so-called transfer season, a little bit different than some of the others do it. So stay tuned and pay attention, and check out the blog when you're at it. Talk to you later. Bye.